this next topic, don't buy a Tesla if this. Let's take a look at it. This is a hot take, so let's take a look and see what they're exactly talking about. So Kyle Conner, which is from Out of Spec, if you didn't know, posted this video, which is a bunch of electric vehicles, all different brands, standing in line for the Electrify America chargers at this, what appears to be a Walmart. And you can see it's tons of other different brands, Volkswagen, Polestar, BMW, even the Bolt, even all waiting in line. And they arrived in a Porsche Taycan to charge up at their level 3 charger. But here's a hot take from Jeremy Judkins. He says, or Judkins, if you can't afford to buy a house, you can't afford to buy an electric vehicle. You're wasting your time at level 3 charging. Buy a hybrid and try again when the situation improves. I charge at 80%, and by 20% I'm ready to charge again. So that's 60% of usable battery. That would be inconvenient if I could not charge at home. And I kind of somewhat agree to this. I've kind of been in both camps. I have been in that situation where I had a BMW i3 that had free supercharging with no home charging because we were renting an apartment at a time. And so I was forced to go to level 3 chargers all the time. And it really gets into this equation because yes, charging could be free by going to level 3 chargers, but your time isn't necessarily free as well. So really, you don't have to go all the way and be able to buy a house, but you 100% need to be able to figure out your level 2 charging situation. A lot of workplaces now that are starting to come into the workplace with level 2 charging, whether it's free or paid. And that's probably your second best bet in terms of being able to charge at work, because you're probably going to be at work maybe 3, 4, 5, 8 hours a day. And so it makes a ton of sense to do that. The second thing is most apartments, at least in the SoCal area, are starting to include or add on level 2 charging as well. So that could also be a great solutions. You don't have to go all the way and buy a house, but you certainly be able to figure out where you can charge at 3 to 5, maybe even 6 hours at a time, because that's where you're going to get enough juice. And on top of that, maybe there's a shopping center that's near your house that you can pick up a light scooter from Jawa or a motorized bike or something like that, so you can ride all the way to that, because I know there's charging networks like Volta and things like that where you can get free charging or even paid charging from that. But certainly it's just something to think about. I know a lot of people get excited with purchasing a Tesla and they don't necessarily look into the charging infrastructure. And so you do want to kind of look at some of those resources. On top of that, there's a great kind of plug share app or a third-party app. It's kind of like Yelp, but for chargers, where you can download this app on your mobile phone. It's called plugshare.com. And you can see all the different charging locations near you that could be free or even paid for that level 2, level 3, and all the different ones. So definitely check it out if you're interested, and give us some feedback if that helps you with your charging purchase experience. But